Women treat men like men treat jobs, and the last thing I want is a second job when I'm done with work. The more I learn about how dark the female psyche is, the more I dive deeper into the monk mode culture. Once you learn about and accept female nature for what it is, there's no more disappointment or heartbreak with their behavior. Just don't allow yourself the emotional investment in them. You're your distance. Enjoy the ride, but know that every extended interaction or relationship with a woman has a built-in expiration date. It really is just your turn, as she is always looking for a better deal and is never fully invested in you. Hypergamy is real. Monkey branching is real. Men need to be aware. The problem is the women don't respect or love any of the men and vice versa, so it's just transactional. It's not really a relationship. It just ends up being two people using each other and then moving on. Why do women monkey branch? It's hardwired into their brains. It's a survival mechanism that's been there since time began. You can't change it. They can't change it. Ignoring it will not make it go away. The best way to deal with it is to realize that she's not yours, it's just your turn. But why do women do this? Why do the monkey branch off to other men? Simple. It's all about convenience and nature. Convenience, because they need a place to dump emotional baggage, indulgence, and the feelings of revenge, if applicable, and most likely are applicable if they felt the need to leave. If they were leaving because the grass was greener, they feel more desirable if they are with someone, as opposed to lonely, sad, depressed, and with little sense of direction. Also, not to be understated, the thrill of lustful conquest is a driving force until they decide to love someone. Many will argue this last point, but love is something you do, more so than something you feel. We often don't feel like doing what loving someone would require us to do, but that is how we know we truly love someone and why we do it. It's also about hypergamy because that's the raw female condition. Women tend to date up in the market and not down. They look for a man with a higher social status than the one they were with before. They look for prestige, social value, influence, power, wealth, and better-looking men who can be better providers and be the source of better-looking and healthier offspring. For those of you who don't know, monkey branching is basically when a monkey swings from one branch and holds onto that branch till it reaches the next branch. In other words, if you're seeing a woman, it probably indicates that she's preparing to replace you. I'm going to go into great detail on why women look for replacements and how to spot and identify whether your woman might be doing this. When women find a compatible partner, some of them still wait to see if they can get an improvement or find a man with higher worth, money, or social value. They tend to keep looking around for something better or someone better to level up with. This is known as hypergamy. The way hypergamy operates is that it is incredibly difficult for women to resist since it is deeply ingrained in the culture. She may, for instance, announce or be in a monogamous relationship with you. Researchers have claimed that secret infidelity rather than monogamy is the worldwide standard. In essence, it is how much of the West operates. But let's put that aside for the time being. Using social media to advertise a business, for example, is not what she is doing if she is on social media and publishes often and consistently. So she is marketing herself as the business, or, to be more precise, as the product. Therefore, it's a hazardous warning if you notice her posting frequently, especially if they are attractive selfies or begging for the attention of others on a regular basis. But even if it weren't, if there were regularly scheduled articles begging for interaction, how would you feel about this? Your thoughts on this, please? Here is a poll. Click here to reply. Send me your comments. In a sense, her phone is attracting other men's attention. She's doing everything she can to put herself out there and interact with other men. And we know this because she isn't interacting with the women. Women aren't trying to get in her DMs on Instagram. It's the men. Somewhere along the line, I think everyone must have thought about why women are always the ones who expect everything to be done by the man, while women are always on the lookout for a better man. I mean, even in long-term relationships, The guy is supposed to do the tough housework and provide for the entire family. Where did the woke feminist go now? What happened to equality, right? Throughout their lives, men are supposed to do everything for women and literally dedicate their lives to providing for, protecting, and helping women. And you know what? Men do that with honor. They do it proudly because that's in their nature. I'm talking about high-value men, not a simp who starts crying if he gets rejected by a girl. But the question is, why is it that women expect everything from a man, especially when all they can do now is talk about equality and how men have oppressed them and controlled them? It's true that modern women have become too entitled. We've talked about how it's in the very nature of women to have this sense of entitlement, and that they truly believe men are born in this world just to make sure that they give everything to women for free and slave away their lives for the sake of these women. Now let's talk about how women feel entitled and expect men to help them and save them, even after they're divorced or raising kids on their own. But the surprising part here is that men all over the world have learned that helping such women only makes them more suspicious of you or makes you look like a creep who's trying to flirt with a single woman, even when the man has zero such intentions. Women want help, but only from guys who are attractive, I guess. Even if a lot of people can't believe that you can make decisions that don't violate anyone's rights since they are so irrational. Try as you might, you can't waste time persuading them with anything. Leave them alone and focus on surrounding yourself with positive influences. Why do I even say this at all? Because one of the greatest obstacles for contemporary males to overcome in order to achieve in the world today is social engineering. Modern women love the idea of being romanced and pampered. But once they don't get it, they leave for greener pastures. The problem with that is they don't take into consideration their future. They are all for living in the moment and forget the clock is running. Here's the truth. Monkey branching is actually a big indication that a woman is low value. She didn't have the time to reflect on her mistakes and take some time off to heal. And yes, you can always tell when the branching takes place. She will change her attitude so much that it's like you don't even know who this woman is. And if you look at it historically, since the dawn of humanity, women have been caring for families and raising their children. And they know they cannot do that if the man isn't bringing any food and resources to the home. So, in order to stop themselves and their children from starving, it's hardwired in their brains to keep looking for better and stronger and wealthier males with whom they can have a better standard of living. I've been saying for years, the bottom line here, gentlemen, is how much are you willing to pay for pushy? Guys always have to pay for pushy. It's always been this way. We want the pushy. They want the money. People don't like to hear it as blunt as this, but it's a fact of life and always has been so. It doesn't matter if you're paying for your wife's pushy or your girlfriend's pushy or the pushy of a street corner girl. It's all the same. The least expensive of these investments is the street corner girl, and the street corner girl is the least likely to draw a lawsuit out of. Your choice, guys. Pushy is all over the place, and it's all for sale. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. Show us your love and support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. And let us know your thoughts on this in the comments. We're always up for a healthy debate and discussion.